Anyways, I was saying, on the Lima flanging press, if that's what this is, it's kind of what one would have looked like, a 4-post press. I believe it was around 700 tons. They also had one, it was a sectional flanging press, being it was around 200 or 250 tons. It was what they would use for forming the tighter corners on fireboxes or on the backheads, where they had to make the curves. It's basically a type of forming press, like a giant press brake. And many of the sectional flanging presses were made by R.D. Wood Company or Chambersburg, which is still in business. It was bought up by Ajax Press Company, or, well, they made forming presses like National Machine. They make like bolt headers, which they probably had some of those in the Garrett shops. It doesn't say 100% on the equipment loadout, but I did find a little bit of stuff. Though capacity of the Garrett shops or machines put in back in the day and age, it's a little hard to find any information on. I do know they had a Cincinnati shaper. Cleveland heavy railroad shaper was a 36-inch shaper for doing metal work, which is basically just what it sounds. It's a shaper that has a chisel and just goes like this, shaves off the metal, goes back and forth. It's rather pleasing to listen to if you watch machining channels on YouTube. Anyway, this was that. And Lima, of course, was the smallest of the big three builders. I also have a couple other pictures of like their forging shop, which had a number of Chambersburg hammers. Of course, there were multiple makers, about 5 of them. Erie, Chambersburg, Bell, I think, was one of them. I'm trying to remember. Morgan Engineering of Ohio. They also make cranes. Trying to remember what else. Oh, Niles Beaumont Pond. They were a big one. Trying to remember what else. Anyway, they also had a number of power hammer makers back then. I need to charge the batteries though.